So let's just get rid of style.css. Oh wait, in actual fact, yeah, we could go ahead and use that. So style.css. Okay, so what we want to do is we want the user to be able to click on. In fact, no, we won't make it animated because that's too sort of far away from the tutorial. What we'll do is we'll just want to make the first element here bold. So, for example, what we could do here is we could say dot menu. Sorry, no, we use a selector. And we could say inside dot menu dot first dot add class. Oh, sorry, dot find li dot first. So the first li in this list, which is user, and then we could say dot add class bold. And inside style.css we can go ahead and add that class or create that class, and that will be font weight, oops, sorry, not null, bold. So now when we refresh, you can see that the first element is bold. And now what we could go ahead and do is say, let's just say dot nextAll dot hide. Okay, so what we've done now is, I think this should work with this combination, but what we've done is we've from the menu found the first li sort of in the wrong order, if you know what I mean. So we're finding the li, the first one, we're adding the class bold, which we've already seen has created it bold, and now we're using nextAll and hiding everything after that particular class. So now you can see that all of the different options are hidden. In actual fact, let's go ahead and make this animated. We might as well. Let's just say we'll keep that there. Let's just say dot menu, and then we'll say dot find li. In actual fact, no, we can go ahead and append this on to here. I'm going to say dot click, and then create a function inside of here. Okay, so let me just go ahead and explain for those of you that are sort of struggling with this, which I can understand. We're selecting the first menu and we're finding the li, and we've seen that we've made that bold by adding the class bold that we created inside style.css. We're then appending on a click event handler, which is going to do something when we click it. For example, at the moment, alert you clicked me, and then everything else after that we're going to hide. So let's go ahead and click that. It says you clicked me. So now once we've clicked it, I want to go ahead and I want to say this dot find li dot, we could say first and then dot next all dot show. Don't remember or don't forget the brackets. Let's see if that works when we click it. No, it's not. So click function this dot find. Oh no, we'll say this dot next all. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let me just change this here to toggle, and that should now allow us to hide and show this menu. Okay, so let me just run through it and I'll sort of explain why I've done this. If, for example, you wanted your users, for example, on a website or a template that you've created, you might have wanted them to actually go ahead and allow them to create their own simple menus. Now, in the case that your user or the person that's viewing your page can see ul class equals menu, they automatically know that this is a menu. Now, they might see that the first one, I mean, it's slightly tricky to see, but the first one says user. So by viewing the page, you can automatically assume now that this is the menu title, and then anything after it. So when we go ahead and add some more elements on, or some more li elements on, so for example something else, now we know that when we click, we just gain these menu items on, and we can click this and click it again to get rid of it. I guess we could even go ahead and just add on an href that goes to nothing, just to make it look a bit more like a menu item. And it will essentially, what we're doing now is we're finding li, which we've talked about, the first one, and we're adding class to bold, and but we're also then appending on an event handler for the click event. So once this is clicked, everything else after this, i.e. the first menu item, this being this here, will be shown or will be toggled. The reason I use toggle is because if I was to use show, I would have had to then go ahead and create something else to hide it. Toggle just does it for you. And then nextAll.hide. Now this is the initial stage of when we come into the page. So if we were to get rid of this, we would get the same effect, but the settings would just be shown initially. So obviously these two on the end just depend. You could even change that to show, but really it's a waste of code having it in if you want them to be hidden or shown. So that's something I've sort of gone over a bit on this, but that's something that you could bear in mind with this first and nextAll, and there's firstAll as well, so you can go back and say firstAll, but the nextAll, firstAll, find are all sort of useful things that can be tied in together, and you can see we've created a nice little menu here, and this could even be something that's been really nicely styled, and it could be a nice menu at the top. You can either change even change this to something like hover, and then when we hover over it, we get the menu items come out again. So you're thinking sort of drop down menus at the top of a page. So using these in combination are really effective, and we've done this with 3 lines of code, which is pretty impressive actually. So just by creating this li, we've demonstrated how we can use nextAll, first, and firstAll. We've also used toggle in here, and we've also used find to help us find the element that we want to apply this to. So a nice example, pretty straightforward, and a lot here that could be put into practice.